Hey NBA fans, Jimmy Crowther here for NBA Now from Chat Sports. And if you didn't know already, we've got our Lakers only channel over at youtube.com/LakersTV. Laker fans, this Lakers rumor show went up there first. But if you're a fan of the rest of the NBA, stay tuned to find out what's going on with Laker Nation. What's up, Laker Nation? Welcome into the Lakers Report from Chat Sports. I am your host, Jimmy Crowther, and today I'm going to be breaking down all the latest Lakers news and rumors, starting off with a little bit of news. Markieff Morris is officially a Los Angeles Laker. He cleared waivers from the Detroit Pistons and then agreed almost immediately to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, the Pistons weren't really going anywhere. They were already buying out guys. They traded away Andre Drummond for absolutely nothing. Reggie Jackson got bought out, and now Markieff Morris is the next guy to go, and he is going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, for the Pistons this year, Markieff has been pretty solid in his role. He's been averaging 11 points per game, 1.6 assists, 3.9 boards, and shooting nearly 40% from three, which is what makes him so valuable, is the fact that he can get a bucket from beyond the three-point arc, he can get a bucket on the post, he can get a bucket in the mid-range. That is one of the most valuable things about Markieff Morris, is that he can score from just about anywhere you need him to on the floor. Now, the Clippers got the other Morris brother, Marcus Morris, who's been putting up incredible numbers this year for the New York Knicks and now continuing to do it with the Los Angeles Clippers. And when you put them side by side, clearly Marcus Morris is having the better year. He's been averaging 18.7 points per game, 5.4 boards, 1.4 assists, shooting nearly 43% from three, so a little bit better than his brother's 40% from three. And then he's also 44% from the field in general. Now, here's my thing though. Marcus Morris needs the ball in his hands to succeed. He's a ball-dominant guy. He's going to shoot whenever he gets the ball. Markieff Morris, on the other hand, plays into his role a little bit better. And I think the Lakers are going to be very, very happy with what they get out of Markieff Morris, especially because he'll be coming off the bench with an already great bench lineup. If you go all bench guys, let's just say they put all the starters on the bench and they want all their bench guys on the court. Here's what you could have. Alex Caruso at the starting point guard position, KCP at the 2. Maybe you put Kyle Kuzma up at the 3. I know he's more of a traditional 4, but we'll make him a 3 in this scenario. Markieff at the 4, and then Dwight Howard as your center in the middle. And really, when you go KCP, Kuzma, and Morris, those are 3 guys that can get you a bucket from anywhere on the floor. Then you got Alex Caruso, who brings the energy, the defensive presence. And then Dwight Howard, who's been an incredible guy off the bench for the Lakers this year. We've talked about him extensively on this show. A great rebounder, high energy guy, gonna catch some lobs for you as well. Now you're asking, okay, well, when are we going to see him in a Laker jersey? Well, he is expected to suit up for the game against the New Orleans Pelicans when Zion Williamson comes to the Staples Center on Tuesday night, February 25th. That game will be on TNT at 7 o'clock local time in Los Angeles, and that's where we could see our first little taste of Markieff Morris as a Los Angeles Laker. So Laker fans, you've got your guy, you got him in the buyout market. Obviously, there's some other names that we'll talk about a little bit more on this show, but what was your one-word reaction to getting Markieff Morris? Let me know in the comment section below by replying to the pinned comment while you watch this YouTube ad break. Now, unfortunately for the Lakers, unfortunately for DeMarcus Cousins in particular, someone had to be waived to make room for Markieff Morris, and that guy was Boogie Cousins. Look, he hasn't played this year. He tore his ACL in the offseason. He's been dealing with all kinds of injuries ever since he left the Kings. He's torn his Achilles. He's torn his quad. He's torn now his ACL, and he just hasn't been healthy in a long, long time. Now, so they say, okay, DeMarcus, you have not a lot of guaranteed money. We're going to let you go. Enter the free agent market, but you can still rehab here in Los Angeles. Now, when Boogie was healthy, so this is kind of what the Lakers have missed out on. When Boogie was healthy in those 30 games for the Warriors, he started all 30 games. He put up 16.3 points per game, 8.2 boards. Now, the three-point percentage wasn't there. He was only shooting 27.4%, but he was shooting 48% from the field, which would have been, if it were an extended period of time, the second highest career field goal percentage for DeMarcus Cousins. He shot a little bit better once in Sacramento, but 48% from the field for Boogie is what he was doing with the Golden State Warriors in those 30 games. Now, as I mentioned, there is a potential that Boogie stays in LA and continues to rehab there. If that happens, they could also re-sign him when he enters unrestricted free agency this summer. Coming from The Athletic, it says per league rules, he can continue his rehab with the Lakers at their practice facility, but he cannot fly on the team plane or sit on the team bench once he is waived. So obviously now he's waived, he can do neither of those things. But according to The Athletic, the Lakers could re-sign him this summer, something that both sides have expressed interest in pursuing, which I love the idea of. I would love DeMarcus Cousins back in LA to see him actually get some minutes in a Laker uniform. And before we talk a little bit more about this summer's free agency, I got to remind you Laker fans to go check out BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet, the greatest place to go make some money while gambling on sports. You use our Lakers promo code, Lakers120. You get a 120% deposit bonus when you go to chatsports.com/bet. Enter that Lakers120 promo code. That's 120% deposit bonus. So let's talk a little bit more about the summer of 2020 when DeMarcus Cousins will be a free agent, along with a lot of Lakers. Now, the most notable ones, and these aren't even all of them, but the 5 most notable I have right here. Anthony Davis, he's got a player option. Now, I think he'll be back in LA, but I don't think he accepts that player option. KCP also has a player option. I'd be kind of surprised if he turned it down, but he is having a really good year, so who knows? Maybe he thinks he could get some more money somewhere else. Dwight Howard will be an unrestricted free agent. I'm sure they'd love to bring him back based on the year he's been having. Avery Bradley, another guy with a player option. And then JaVale McGee, also another guy with a player option. So this team could look totally different. However, with this many guys potentially coming off the books, that gives you room to bring DeMarcus Cousins back for what is probably just going to be a veteran minimum, if anything, because let's face it, we haven't seen the guy play real basketball in 2 years. Now, when you look at the notable centers this summer, there's a good amount of guys out there. Andre Drummond of the Cleveland Cavaliers has a player option. He'll probably hit the open market. Derek Favors, or actually he might not hit the open market. He's talked about accepting that player option with the Cavs. Derek Favors of the Pelicans is an unrestricted free agent. Could be a fun name to watch. Marc Gasol of the Toronto Raptors, a guy who knows how to win championships. He'll be hitting unrestricted free agency. Hassan Whiteside of the Portland Trailblazers. Say what you want about the guy, he's putting up big numbers. And then you got Boogie as probably the 5th best center out there this summer. And if he's healthy, he's probably the best available center, maybe just behind Andre Drummond. But Boogie's a special talent if he's healthy. And if the Lakers feel like they can rehab him well enough, I think bringing him back on a veteran's minimum salary next summer is no harm, no foul. Why not go for it? But maybe you disagree. What would you think about bringing DeMarcus Cousins back this summer? Would you want the Lakers to? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I just don't see the harm in it. I mean, he's been a good locker room guy because he's friends with Anthony Davis, which is something we haven't seen from Boogie yet, is a good locker room guy. And now he's showing that. Now, if he gets healthy, bring him back. If he's not healthy, continue to rehab him. Maybe sign him in the middle of next year, whatever it may be. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now let's talk about Reggie Jackson, because initially I talked about Reggie Jackson as an option for the Lakers this year and as a buyout candidate earlier on the channel. But now he's joining the Los Angeles Clippers, another guy like Markieff Morris that received a buyout from the Detroit Pistons, but he is going to the other LA team, the Clippers. And that kind of hurts the Lakers because Reggie Jackson is a really good point guard. He's been averaging 14.5 points per game, 2.9 boards, 5.1 assists, and shooting over 37% from 3 this year with the Pistons. Now, he's had a lot of injuries that he's had to deal with, but when he plays, he's a reliable point guard, and he's definitely an incredible backup point guard at only 29 years old. Now, to be fair, the Clippers really needed a point guard way worse than the Lakers did. The Lakers have LeBron running the show. They've got Alex Caruso. They've got Avery Bradley. They even have Rajon Rondo if they need to rely on him. The Clippers, on the other hand, their guard depth isn't that great. They've got Pat Bev as their starting point guard, but he's injured right now, so Reggie Jackson is starting for them. And then Lou Williams, more of a 2 guard. You don't really want him running your point. Landry Shamet, a 2 guard, not a point guard, not even close. And then Rodney Magruder is a shooting guard, not a point guard at all. Then you got a guy like Amir Coffey. But look, let's face it. I mean, the Clippers needed a backup point guard. That's what Reggie Jackson's going to be for them. But this does hurt the Lakers because I believe Reggie Jackson could have been a huge pickup for LA going into a playoff push. Now, before I get a little bit more into what the Clippers are doing versus what the Lakers are doing, let's go check out BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code. I'm going to give it to you one more time. Lakers120. 120% deposit bonus. Don't miss out on your opportunity today with BetDSI. Now, the Clippers are making moves. Their starting lineup right now, while Pat Bev is out, is Reggie Jackson and Paul George is out. Landry Shamet, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, and Ivica Zubac. Now, Jackson and Marcus Morris, two guys that they've already picked up in the open market, in the buyout market, where we expected the Lakers to be extremely aggressive. The Clippers have kind of overtaken and overshadowed them as a potential guy or potential to really pick up guys. They got Reggie Jackson and they got Marcus Morris, two guys that make a difference right away for both of those teams. Reggie Jackson putting up 14.5 points per game, while Marcus Morris is putting up nearly 19. I mean, these are two special guys that the Clippers got for absolutely nothing. And it kind of makes me sad that the Lakers could not capitalize on the buyout market like the Clippers did. But it's okay because the Lakers are really deep. I mean, they're one of the deepest teams in the NBA. But who has the deeper team right now? Type L for Lakers, type C for Clippers. And that is how we're going to end today's show. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.